ISO 9000, Operations Quality Management.
The acronym ISO refers to the International Organization of Standardization. This is not a direct translation because the acronym would be different depending on the language the country spoke. Because the organization is international, it was decided that they would call it ISO for the Greek word isis, meaning equal. This way, there was a unified short form of the organization's name.
What is the ISO organization? They are the world's largest publisher of international standards. It is a network of national standards institutes across 163 countries. These institutes are categorized into 3 different types of members: member bodies, correspondent members, and subscriber members. This entire system is led by a central secretariat in Geneva, Switzerland.
ISO is a non-governmental organization. Because of this, ISO has no legal authority to enforce the implementation of its standards and does not regulate or legislate their standards. They are completely voluntary. When new standards are being discussed, each country has one vote. The solutions they create meet the requirements of both businesses and the needs of society. Many countries decide to adopt the ISO standards that concern health, safety, or the environment. ISO also creates standards where there is a market requirement and designs them to be globally relevant.
How did the organization start? It was once 2 separate organizations: the International Federation of the National Standardizing Association, founded in 1926, and the United Nations Standards Coordinating Committee, founded in 1944. They were combined and the United Organization began operating in 1947. The first ISO General Assembly was hosted in Paris in 1949 at Sorbonne University.
Originally, they started only forming recommendations rather than standardizations. The first standardization was published in 1951. That standard was the standard reference temperature for industrial length measurement. Since then, they have published 19,000 standardizations.
What do ISO standards do? The ISO standards make the development, manufacturing, and supply of products and services more efficient, safer, and cleaner. They facilitate trade between countries and make the process more fair. The ISO standards also provide a technical base for healthy, safety, and environmental legislation and conformity assessment. They share technological advances and good management practices to the nations who are members of the organization. The standards safeguard both consumer and users, and they make life simpler by providing solutions to common problems.
Who benefits from these standards? ISO standards provide technological, economic, and societal benefits. For businesses, the products and services companies create and/or produce are welcomed into a larger market because they are meeting the specifications of international standards around the world. For innovators, the standards help speed up the process of spreading their developments into manufacturable and marketable products. For customers, the consumer have a wider range of choices and benefit from the competition between suppliers. They can also be assured of the quality, safety, and reliability of these products and services. For governments, ISO creates a foundation for health, safety, and environmental legislation. For trade officials, the standards create an even playing field for competitors and for the planet. Many of the standards regulate products' effect on air, water, and soil quality, on emissions of gases and radiation, which preserves the environment.
In 1979, the British Standards Institute, also known as BSI, requested the development and international quality assurance and management standards. Their proposal was based on the BS 5750 series they followed. 8 years later, the ISO published its first quality assurance standards called the ISO 9000 series. This series has since been added to and updated.
Over 200,000 companies around the world have been certified to the ISO 9000 series, and about 1,000 companies seek registration per month. The series has been adopted by over 170 countries. This popularity and progress led to 1,064,785 certificates by 2009. This graph shows the evolution of the ISO 9000 series from when the Inspiration BS 5750 series was published in 1979 to the state of the series in 2009.
How does ISO 9000 work? First, a company decides to develop a quality management system that complies with ISO 9000. Then, ISO 9000 approves the quality of your product, service, and reduces the costs caused by poor quality. Your company then chooses a gap analysis or quality management system plan. Your company quality management system is then audited for effectiveness.
Get ISO 9000 certified. International Organization for Standardization does not itself certify organizations. Your company must find a certified body that audit organizations for ISO 9000. If your quality management system complies with ISO 9000 requirements, then your company will be ISO 9000 certified.
Eight quality management principles. 1. Customer focus. 2. Leadership. 3. Involvement of people. 4. Process approach. 5. System approach to management. 6. Continual improvement. 7. Factual approach to decision making. And finally, 8. Mutually beneficial supplier relationship.
Every ISO has 12 major processes, each of which has 9 steps. 1. Quality management. 2. Resource management. 3. Training and awareness. 4. Product purchasing. 5. Design and development. 6. Production management.
Seven. Service provision. 8. Product management. 9. Customer relationship. 10. Internal quality management audit. 11. Monitoring and measuring. 12. Management review.
There are 9 steps for each process. 1. Develop. 2. Document. 3. Implement. 4. Maintain. 5. Monitor. 6. Measure. 7. Analyze. 8. Control. 9. Improve.
Purpose of the ISOs. ISO 9000 covers fundamentals and vocabulary with the goals of introducing and clarifying. ISO 9001 covers requirements with the goal of certification. ISO 9004 covers guidelines with the goal of sustained success.
Criticisms of the early ISO. Some of the criticisms include time and money, administrative burden, difficult to improve or adapt, and quality equals final inspection.
Criticisms and responses. Some of the responses to said criticism are long-term cost savings, upper management involvement, effectiveness matrix, process management.
Bibliography.